All right, let's talk about the Greek islands. We all have that picture in our head, right? The perfect getaway? But what if I told you the absolute best time to go isn't during the packed, sun-drenched summer, but actually in the middle of winter? Yeah, I know. But today, we're going to unlock the secret to a totally different and honestly maybe even a better Greek island experience. But first, a quick reality check. This is what can happen when you get it wrong. This poor Reddit user's dream trip to Santorini, well, it turned into a bit of a bust. They showed up expecting paradise and found a ghost town. It's such a common mistake, and it is exactly what we're here to help you avoid. So here's our game plan. We're going to start by tackling that big fear. Is a winter trip just a terrible idea? Then we'll let you in on the incredible secret of off-season travel, and I'll show you exactly how to pick the right island. We'll even look at 2 perfect examples, cover the nitty-gritty of getting there, and finally, kind of rethink what a Greek island paradise can even be. All right, first things first. Is visiting the Greek islands in winter a mistake? Well, for a lot of unprepared travelers, honestly, yeah, it can be. But it all comes down to knowing what you're signing up for. And this slide just nails that disconnect. We've all seen the postcards, right? The packed beaches, the music spilling out of tavernas, life lived totally outdoors. But the reality on many islands in, say, January, it's the complete opposite. Businesses are shuttered, the weather can be pretty chilly and wet, and those lively towns become strangely quiet. That was the Santorini our Reddit friend found.
But here's the twist. That disappointing reality, that's actually an opportunity in disguise. If you know the secret, winter isn't a watered-down version of a summer holiday. It's a totally different, way more authentic experience.
And these are the 3 massive wins. First, you get to escape those overwhelming summer crowds. I mean, can you imagine having ancient ruins practically all to yourself? Second, the costs just fall off a cliff. We're talking budget-friendly travel that feels totally luxurious. And third, and this might be the most important one, you get to see real, authentic local life, not just a show put on for tourists. Now just look at this number for a second. 70 euros. That's for a round-trip flight from Amsterdam all the way to Athens. And that is not a typo. The fact that it's so cheap to even get there in the off-season completely changes the game.
And the savings don't stop with the flight. $200 for an entire week in an apartment on a gorgeous island. You know, in the summer you might pay that for a single night in a hotel. The savings are just staggering, and it means you can stay longer and really soak it all in.
Okay, so you get the why. Now let's get to the how. Because choosing the right island is without a doubt the most important decision you're going to make. This is the strategy that makes the difference between a dream trip and a dud. So here's the golden rule, the key concept. You have to find a year-round island. You have to forget the little islands that are basically just summer theme parks. You're looking for a real place, you know? An island where people live and work and send their kids to school all year long. It has its own pulse, totally separate from tourism. And this is some brilliant advice from a Greek local on how to find one. First, you've got to check the ferry schedule because it is super limited. Second, don't try to go too far from Athens. Third, a great tip, see where the Athenians go for their winter weekends. Fourth, stay in the main town because the little villages will be completely empty. And last but not least, a very practical tip, make sure your rental has heat. You'll thank me later. This table just lays it all out so clearly. You've got your summer-focused islands like Santorini and Mykonos that basically turn into ghost towns. And then you have your year-round islands like Crete and Syros, which have big local populations and stay lively, offering that authentic experience you're looking for. So let's see how this all works in the real world with 2 amazing case studies. Syros and Crete are just perfect examples of islands that absolutely thrive in the winter. Okay, first up, Syros. The reason this place shines is because its main town, Ermopoli, is the administrative capital for the whole island group, so it never shuts down. It's a cultural hotspot with theaters and live music. You can actually hear authentic Robotico music here. You can just wander the beautiful streets, try some of the famous local sweets, and enjoy a city that feels totally alive even in the dead of winter. And then we have Crete. If you are chasing the sun, this chart tells you everything you need to know. Crete gets over 200 hours of sunshine in January. Just compare that to a gloomy 60-something hours in Amsterdam or London. I mean, it's not even a contest. This is a genuine escape from that Northern European gray. But Crete is so much more than just good weather. It's huge, like a small continent. Its big cities are bustling with life.
You can go explore the legendary Palace of Knossos and not see a single tour bus. It's a paradise for hikers and foodies. And get this, you can still go for a swim. The water's around 15 Celsius or 60 Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's brisk, but people do it.
Okay, let's talk logistics. You've picked your island, you're all packed. Now you gotta get there. And navigating the winter ferry system, well, it takes a little planning, but it's all part of the adventure. So the first thing to know is that the fast, zippy ferries aren't running. You're gonna be on the slow boat. Your journey starts from the port of Piraeus near Athens. And seriously, do not underestimate this place. It is absolutely massive and it can be pretty chaotic if you're not ready for it. So here is your essential survival guide. And I cannot stress this first point enough. Double-check your departure time on the actual day of travel. Schedules can and do change with zero notice, and you could easily miss the only boat of the day. So know your gate number, get there at least an hour early, and read all the fine print for any special rules. So, after all the planning, after the ferry ride, what's the big reward? It's a chance to completely reframe your idea of what a Greek island vacation is supposed to be. This isn't summer light, it's something else entirely. In the quiet of winter, you're not just looking at the sights, you're actually feeling the place. You have longer conversations with shopkeepers, you eat what the locals are actually eating that season, and you get in sync with the island's real rhythm. And I think this quote just captures that feeling perfectly. When all the noise and distraction of summer is gone, you get to hear something else, something deeper. It's a soulful, really personal kind of travel. And that really is the perfect way to put it. You know, a tourist kind of consumes a place, but a traveler experiences it. A winter trip to the right Greek island is an invitation to be a traveler, to actually be a small part of the life of the island, not just someone looking in from the outside. So forget the crowds, forget the crazy eye prices. The authentic heart of the Greek islands might just be waiting for you in the quiet glow of a winter afternoon. So the only question left is, are you ready to go discover it?